Hello and welcome from the BIOROWER workshop. So we got a couple news here. We're almost done with the club series production. So a lot of you may not know this, but we actually produce in batches. So we just had a batch of clubs, and now we've already received many components and much raw material for the next batch of pros. So there's going to be a lot of work to get 50 pros done. Most of them are actually already sold. So then the next batch of clubs starts again. So we try to grow as a company as well. Two things I would like to show you. First of all, there are 3 club models right here, which I need to test. So the way I usually test these is that I row them for about half an hour each one, and then I do a max watt test. So I've already rowed these babies. I'm gonna take you with me, talk about how they feel. There are no covers on them yet. By the way, I don't know if you've seen this. Look at that, we changed that so that the B is now right there. I think this is drop dead gorgeous. I really love that. And the new covers already have this. So this is one of the covers, for example. They get the BIOROWER logo right there. We used to have it very big right there. Well, now we only get it right there in grayish color. And I think it looks more elegant. And something else, I've actually started to be a carpenter. What has changed in the company, it's not like we build one-offs and we build 10 machines. Now we actually build quite a lot of machines at once. So it's not gonna be too long until this facility is gonna become too small. It already is quite small, but I like to grow conservatively. So I've built a couple of shelves from spare OSB wood that we had, and this is where all the bearings are, and these are flanges for some of the bearings. These are parts of the slide frames. These are the connection plates. This is for the Pro, where these are actually bearings so that the Pro can tilt left and right. One of these comes in the front and one of these in the back. These are actually the clutches for Pro. So one of these, that's quite heavy. Just on the scale. Yeah, that's 3.15 kilos. So what's that? 7 pounds? 6.5 pounds? Every Pro has 2 of these, just the main clutches. I had to build shelves that facilitate all that weight. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna hop on one of the clubs. It's important when you connect your tablet with your BIOROWER for the first time to turn on the sensor or both sensors. These clubs here are all DSM, so double side measurement on the left and on the right. So we got the strain gauges and the angle sensors and the strain gauge and the angle sensor. That's why the accuracy tolerance is 1%. So right in here, in that forehand aluminum sleeve, there's something that looks like this. So it's a steel axle, it's massive, it's quite heavy. And this is where there's a strain gauge. So it sounds absurd, but when you roll, well, this thing actually bends. And the sensor here measures how much this actually bends, so we get raw data, and that bend equals the force that you apply. So this is where there's so little accuracy tolerance. It's very, very precise because we actually measure raw data. So if you want to measure watts, the way it works is you have to measure work first, and work is force applied by distance traveled, and then if you add the time factor, so for how long can you do this, then you end up with the watts, and this is why the measurements are precise. Whenever you connect your tablet with the sensor first, is you always got to make sure there's one closed circuit of information. So we do this because if you have more BIOROWERs next to each other, like in larger clubs or universities or schools, there should not be any data confusion. So you go to settings, then you got to make sure that it's the right device. So this one is skull. Skull left or skull right would be OSM, so one side measurement. But that's skull, so both sides measurement, it's all right. You go to BIOROWER and then you go tap to set the nearest BIOROWER. Okay, so that's SCK 100678. 100678. Okay, that's okay. 0 hours already completed. We don't need to do this, so we go right to row. And I'm not even going to get into the shoes properly. Now we can skip the Z0, we don't need to do this now, it's just a different tablet. Start. Good. Before I even look at the app, I try to get a feel. that's a good feeling. I like that. It's beautiful. Rotation works nicely. Okay. I can have a longer go on that one. That's good. That feels very good. It's very nice. So I'm not a big fan of saying, we're going to produce 1,000 machines and if you can't afford it. So that's something for me that's important. I like to be independent. So if I find out that, look, something just doesn't feel right and I want to cut the margin and improve quality, I do that. I don't have to ask anybody. I like to make my own decisions. So I don't have to talk to a bank, please, we're going to reduce our profit by so and so percent. No, it's our own money. There's no investors, it's our own money. And that's important. I think that type of independence is crucial if you want to build a good product. And that's what I aim to do. So you can make money with a lot of things, but my aim is to create an impact. So that's what I feel that I can do.